Difficult to volunteer when your rules exclude me. Coffee and security at a church. This involves a church. But it isn't a bad church. There was this hurricane and they really did spend their money to put homeless people into hotels and feed them until they had places to live. They always need volunteers, and if you are conflict avoidant like me, 50 meters. You get asked to do lots of stuff. I mean, if I'm already there, okay, I'll do it, I guess. If you have a hard time saying no, you will be taken for granted for sure. I got asked to make the coffee. I mean, making coffee for like 150 people. I don't even drink coffee, and I said yes. What is wrong with me? There is some training. I did the training. I show up on my day and I'm in the kitchen getting ready to make the coffee just the way I was told. And someone comes in and kicks me out. They won't take any of my excuses. I need to get out now. I comply to keep the peace. I guess they were tired of people helping themselves to food, maybe. Personally, I think it was because I'm male and women tend to run that kitchen. I don't know. What I do know is I never made that coffee and never will. If I'm not welcome in the kitchen, you can make the coffee. You obviously don't need me. I got asked to help with the security system. I live and work near the church. You get notified when it goes off. When that happens, you can go to the church and turn off the alarm and call the alarm people. I'm ideal because I'm so close so much of the time. I don't even need to drive. They train me and I get the codes and everything. Well, everything was all set, and then the person who trained me remembers something and leaves for a bit. When they come back, they say that someone high up objected to me being security because I was not a member of the church. Being a member is more than showing up. It is more than giving money. You have to declare your allegiance and be baptized in front of the whole congregation. Baptized somewhere else? Doesn't count. You have to do it over. It's a whole spectacle. While I don't mind religion, I detest spectacle. I have dodged this particular honor. I'm not going to ever become a member. Besides, when I first came, a deacon told me to find somewhere else because my kids were loud. If I'm tolerated but not welcome, I'll be present and not a member. Now the person doing the training probably counts beans and thinks if she gets me to become a member, she has saved my soul and she will be higher up some ladder to heaven or something. She probably thinks this made-up story. My analysis about some high-up anonymous person objecting to my placement as a security officer will make me sign up to become a member right away. I will not. Instead, I will agree and comply with that anonymous person's concerns. So I say that I would never want to make anyone uncomfortable with my position as a security officer for the church. You should definitely have someone who is trusted by the whole congregation. I guess I will have to step down from this responsibility and let you find the right person for the job. It is really unfortunate that someone so close and convenient to the church who has been here a long time has to step down. But what can be done? They offered to talk with the person who objected to see if there was some compromise. I assured her that I saw no compromise possible. Trust is the currency of church security. I must humbly step down and reflect on my distrustful character. The pastor talked to me about all this and offered to fix things. He said membership used to be a big deal and isn't so much anymore. I declined. I don't mind volunteering, but I won't fight anyone to do it. For me, volunteering has to be consensual by all involved. Do I really want to spend my volunteer hours arguing with self-appointed gatekeepers when I could be sleeping in or reading a book? I still help out now and again informally for one-time things when they are stuck. And I have one regular duty that I like and no one dares harass me about it because it is technical. But I say no to anything else. After all, there is some anonymous person who has made me step down from these kinds of positions in the past. And I wouldn't want to go through the trouble of joining this or that committee only to be told about objections after the fact. This story helps me say nope. You deserve a church that welcomes and embraces you, rather than merely tolerating you. Go church shopping this summer. Try out some different congregations and denominations and find more Christians. Nobody thinks their church is one of the bad ones. That's not a church, it's a clique. You've done everything you can do. Move on. But it isn't a bad church, then goes on to describe a bad church. Being a member is more than showing up. It is more than giving money. You have to declare your allegiance and be baptized in front of the whole congregation. Baptized somewhere else? Doesn't count. As a Christian, I'm baffled by this. Baptism isn't a joining a church event. It's a becoming a Christian event. Unless this church doesn't believe that any other church is genuinely Christian, I don't know how they can have this rule. Or was it only some baptisms they don't recognize? E.g., they don't accept infant baptisms but do accept choosing to be baptized even if it was in another church? Time to find a church where you're wanted and appreciated, 'cause it ain't happening here. How come the most religious people are the most judgmental? Well, it's not that it's a bad church, it's just that church is bad. Says not a bad church, goes on to describe a typical church. You say this is a good church, but the way they have treated you says otherwise. Just because they feed and shelter the homeless and natural disaster victims doesn't mean it's a good church. I can guarantee you that this is all a facade.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.